We are so happy and thrilled to have Melanie Veal here from Multicultural Affairs and our Latinx advisor. We are so thrilled for you to be joining us this afternoon. And I know we have a lot to get to as our environments keep changing on us. But maybe just give us a little bit about what's going on in your area and how students could get engaged.
Yeah, so that's a great question, and thanks for having me. So I started in my position about a year and a half ago now. And so just to kind of give you a lay of the land of what my area looks like pre-COVID times, my office is in the Wyoming Union. It's Union 102. We also have our gender and sexuality program advisor up there. And then we have two resource centers. So we have the Multicultural Resource Center and the Rainbow Resource Center. And those are all kind of in that wing of the union. So we've had these centers for a very, very long time. We just updated them with all new furniture. We got some new art, some paint. We kind of redid the whole thing. So yeah, it's been a pretty wild time in multicultural affairs, just transformationally. Our positions are pretty new. We're the first in multicultural affairs to have these positions, these specific ones. So in our area in particular, we kind of have a few different offerings, at least, in this upcoming fall semester, that'll look a little bit different. We'll be doing some kind of hybrid Zoom, maybe some in-person opportunities while the weather is still good. But yeah, so first and foremost, we have our Student of Color Circle. So that was started about a year and a half ago now. So that's where we meet every Wednesday at noon, and we really invite students of color to come into that space and talk about their experiences being students of color on campus at a predominantly white institution and predominantly white state as well. So yeah, we talk about all kinds of topics. Sometimes we'll play games. It's not always serious. We have a lot of fun. And so that's every Wednesday at noon. Lately, we've been having upwards of like 35 to 40 students show up at any given time. So if you're a new student, I really encourage you to join us on those days. We also have our LGBTQ circle. Those happen Thursdays at noon. Those are awesome. It's a really great time to meet other LGBTQ identified students on campus. I facilitate that as well as the Student of Color Circle along with my colleague Jess. And we talk about what it's like to live here in Laramie being an LGBTQ individual, especially with the history that we have in Laramie specifically. So we also have a lot of fun in there too. That space is also not always serious. But those are kind of two of our major offerings for marginalized students on campus. We also have a really cool partnership with Campus Rec and the outdoor program. So prior to COVID, we were doing LGBTQ yoga nights, student of color climbing nights at the little rock gym. I'm not good at climbing, but it's a lot of fun. And we were planning to do a ski trip too with the outdoor program. So those are kind of some of the things that we offer for students to just elevate their experience here in Laramie. But more specifically in terms of support, tangible support, we also run a scholarship program out of Multicultural Affairs. So I'm actually the administrator for that program. We have 5 to 7 scholarships. Those applications usually open in November, close in March. We have the Multicultural Pride, we have the Hearst Scholarship, the Dolores Cardona Scholarship, we have an LGBTQ scholarship specifically, but we're also going to be updating our website and communicating with students this fall on those pieces as well. So that's kind of what we do on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, and it all just kind of looks different. So especially for our circles, we'll probably be doing those, like I said, on Zoom. But then also we might meet out on Prexis. We might, go to a park in Laramie. We're still trying to kind of figure out what that looks like. But those will be offerings, and we're really excited.
Even if they can't come directly onto campus in the phase 1 or phase 2, that it sounds like phase 3 really things will be up and going in a little bit of a different format, but really available. And I think people are going to be really excited to see your space for sure. Like, where would they go if they wanted to find out how to be a part of like the Wednesday nights?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So we, most of our information right now is put out onto our listserv. We will be updating our website here in the next few weeks. and that's just uio/MA. You can email me at any time. My email address is mvhill8@uio.edu. So there's different kind of ways to reach out to us, but our listservs are probably first and foremost our best form of communication with students. It's very interesting. So when you sign up to go to the university, you have to check all of these different boxes. So if you've ever checked a box that you're in some way identified as a person of color, you will end up on our email listserv. We're trying to give students a better way to kind of opt in to that. But right now, that's kind of how it works.
Well, that was so fantastic. Great synopsis of all of the things we have going on this semester. And I know you said like it's an ever evolving thing, but just that you're available and that you're here, I think really says a lot about how we're wanting to help all of our students. And particularly those in those communities, and that we want them here, and they're bringing such a rich experience to all students. So thank you for coming here today and offering those with us. And so we'll be back in touch.
Awesome. Thanks so much.